welcome back to Tech Now Guy. Today we're going to go over adding a plugin. It's a pretty popular plugin. It really does help if you're not HTML savvy, CSS savvy. Plus it's very fast. So if you want to get something up and rolling quick, this is definitely the plugin. Remember, if you want to keep seeing this type of stuff, go ahead and feel free to subscribe or give me a like if you like what you see. And let's dive right in. Okay, so on my screen, if you look at building a WordPress site, part 2, we left off here. And now we're going back to this site, this test website we're building for practice. And I came here today and I looked, and it looks like there's some things that need some updating. And you can tell because usually up here you'll see a number. It'll tell you, if you hover over it, you'll see a tooltip. It says 1 plugin update and 1 theme update. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and update these, and hopefully it fixes everything. So I'm going to select this. When I clicked on that link, it took me to the WordPress updates page. I just checked the update, or checked the plugin that needed the update. Go ahead and select update. And depending on what type of plugin it is, it might take a second. And then sometimes your page, you might actually lose like your page for a second. It's inaccessible. If that happens, that's just, it's, you just reload the page or you refresh the page after a couple minutes and it should come right back up. So that's sort of what's going here. The gears are turning in the background, and hopefully this does it. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so it's done. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can actually go and update plugins. I'm going to go down here on the left hand side in my dashboard, and I'm going to go ahead and add new. And in the plugins page, you'll see a whole list of things. You'll see a link cloud right here, or you can search. And the plugin we're going to use today is Beaver Builder. And here it is over here on your left. It's really a nice drag and drop page builder, and we're going to go ahead and install it right now. I click on the install button. There's 2 steps to do that. First part is to install it, and the second part is to activate it. So we're just going to wait for this to finish. Okay, and while we're waiting for it to finish, another thing I wanted to add is if sometimes you might not see all the plugins here, but I'm going to give you a resource definitely where you would find plugins. If I'm going to throw it on the page or the screen here, and it's WordPress.org/plugins, and you can see right here they're currently at this time, which is March 2nd, 2019, we have 54,473 plugins. So if you don't find it in here, you're definitely going to find it in here. And then there's also other plugins that aren't necessarily on here. We're going to do another show where we'll show some offbeat plugins that are actually really helpful, or we'll go down like a top 10 list or something like that. What do you say? All right, so now it's done installing. The next thing would be is go ahead and click activate. And we're going to click activate, and voila, it is now up to date. Now, there's tons of plugins. A lot of them have free versions, and they're really good. They're really useful. There's some plugins that sort of go around the fact that, they don't give you anything useful unless you purchase something from them. But I'm definitely going to try to feed you as many plugins where you can get a lot of things accomplished for the free version. Always show some support. If you like it, go ahead and get the pro version of the plugin. There's a lot of we'll cover another show where we go over some of those. But okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to that page, the home page that we started. Okay, and that didn't work. That last update didn't work. So we're gonna go right over it, and we're gonna go up here to the top, and we're gonna use Beaver Builder to start to do this. Okay, and then Beaver Builder is going to load its interface on top of the WordPress, and it'll snap in here in a second. Okay, and it's gonna walk you through a tutorial. So if you've never done this before, it's gonna tell you how to do it. I'm gonna walk you through this. So it's sort of does it by rows, and you can break the rows into pieces. Right now we're gonna do, let's see, I'll do 2 columns to begin with, and you just drag it, and then you drop it. Boom. Okay, and then I'm done with that. Now, see, it already sort of recognized these other plugins. I'm just going to close this out. It's going to go ahead and delete all of these. Okay, and then you see it'll let you close these containers. Now, I can start to manipulate this column, or this row. And what I'm going to do is, if I click up on this wrench right here, it opens up settings. And then settings, you got a lot of different options in here. The width is fixed. You can say full width, and if you do that and save it, it should give you full width. And it's not. And I am going to dig into why it's not. So we're having an issue with the margins right now. For some reason it doesn't want to snap all the way across. But we shall fix it. But anyway, so I set it to full width. Everything's full width. Background. Okay, so we can do different things here. Right now I'm going to keep it simple, but we can actually go ahead and we can add a background color to it. We can add a shadow to it, a border. Now we can put shapes up on top, so you can add a slanted edge. And if you do that, that sort of gives you this little thing right here. But right now, we're just going to sort of keep it simplified. I'm going to show you how to drag and drop things in here. Okay, and then now we have these two little rows that we had selected. And if you click inside one of them, it's going to let you start to edit. Up here on the top right, you got a plus button. So we can go to modules. And here you're going to find things you can drag and drop inside of here. So if you want to do an audio clip, you can drag and drop an audio clip inside here. And then it's going to prompt you to for some additional stuff. You can add audio files. Some of it's self-explanatory. Links. So if you have like something on YouTube or SoundCloud, you can definitely add them like this. Or you can add them directly, depending on how you want to do it. There's also some additional customization. Another cool thing I like about Beaver Build is there's animation. So you can actually, you know, have this thing slide in from the left. And you click save. And if we were to actually load this thing or save or publish the page, you'd start to see things move around. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and take out this because I don't have any audio to load. I guess maybe, yeah, I don't have really any audio to load. I don't want to kill the thunder here. But yeah, so then I can go ahead and click. You have your basic modules right here. And then you can go ahead and switch over to, with this drop-down menu, WordPress modules. And WordPress modules, obviously, you're going to have you're going to have some more options. And then as you add or download more plugins or widgets, this list will populate. So you can actually do a lot of things here. So right here, I'm going to do, we'll do a page. And that's going to snap in. I'm going to say test. Or no, I'll cancel. I'm going to do, for right now, we'll keep it simple. I'll go back to standard. I'm going to snap in text editor. And I'm going to add some media. You see here we have some pictures. These are some stock photos. Here you see the iconic Techno Guy logo. And then also, if you're looking for some more images, you don't really have any yet. There's some, and always look at your licensing. You don't want to, get busted for any type of copyright infringement or anything like that. Look at the royalties. See who it's owned by. Sometimes you got a lot of a license where they're open, they're free to use, even for commercial. Make sure you read the fine print. But one of the things I wanted to share with you is it's a website called Pexels, and you can see it up here if you don't know how to spell it. And they have a lot of royalty-free images. Just make sure you know where you're clicking and make sure you read over the licensing. But like, say for instance, we're gonna say city. We're looking for images of a city, and then here you go. Look at all these gorgeous images, and then you click on it, and then it talks about the licensing here. So it's free for personal or commercial use, and you don't have to do any attributions. And then you can go ahead and download it. It's also going to ask for what type of size. So typically you want to have it smaller, and I'm going to go and download it. And save. And then I'm going to go and flip back to our site. Now, what I did is I went to add media. I'm going to upload the photo that we just grabbed. It's in my downloads folder. And I'm going to upload it. Takes a second. Make sure you fill all of this information out. Try to fill out the caption, an alternate text, and a description. Make sure the title is, try to fill out as much information as you can, because this comes in handy when you got search engines crawling or looking at your page. They can't see, so the more descriptive, the better. So now I have it selected. I'm going to go ahead and insert it into post, and voila, we have a nice picture. And then I'm going to go ahead and start typing some things. I select down here. This is sort of self-explanatory, but this is a heading. I'm going to use, it's a little bit larger text. You can go all the way down, and then you can go into smaller text. So I'm going to go heading 1, and I'm going to say the big city. Wow! Exclamation. And save. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a video file. In the video file here, I'm going to go to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the link from my channel, Tech Now Guy, and we're just going to do this just to get something here on the screen. Okay, and then now it's asking for what type of video, loops. I'm going to do, let's see, something embedded, and let's see. I'm going to copy embedded, and we'll show you how to do that. And I'm going to save. And I'm going to say I'm done. Say I'm done editing the page. Okay. And then up on the top right corner, you got discard, save, and publish. I'm going to go ahead and click publish. And here we go. Here's the final product. Obviously, I didn't type too much in here, but we do have, a picture that we added. We have a title, and then I have a video that we added right here. What's going on, guys? Okay. So that came in, that snapped in. Everything's, it's really bland right now, but we're going to go ahead. I'm going to add another one. I'm trying to keep these short and in little bite-sized chunks so we can, they're digestible and you can pick and choose. So I'm going to do another one, and we'll pick right up off of this, okay? Great. Thanks, guys. Remember, again, if you like what you see, go ahead and click subscribe or give me a like. And until next time, peace out.